If there was one topic that scared the shit out of me when I first started social media management, it was when clients mentioned strategy. Like, where do I start? What do I cover? How do I make it valuable for my clients? Luckily for you, over the past year and a half, I have learned a lot about strategy. So let me walk you through how I present mine to my clients. We're heading into Canva, which is where I keep all of my templates. We're going to choose this template here, which is my social media strategy, and I'm going to adjust it for this client. First things first, I'm going to apply my brand colors. FYI, I made it neutral so that other people can download it without having my branding. Now that I've applied my font and colors, I can share with you what I actually cover. So number one, we cover business overview. This is where I list a little bit about the brand and its goals for social media. Number two, our creative guidelines. So we want our social media channels to work together and we want them to build a cohesive, recognizable brand. So I list the client's colors, fonts, visual style, tone of voice, basically a guide or a set of rules that we will be using from now on when we show up on their social media profiles. Number three, it's time to do some research because we need to cover target audience. So I head to my intake survey, which my client has already filled out for me, and I review what they have written. I start looking into building their client persona, which is basically their ideal person, and we talk about demographics and psychographics. Number four, I then deep dive into their market and analyze their competitors. Here is where I would use a SWOT analysis because it's very beneficial to see where we can improve. I'll also audit the client's current position on social media so we can check the analytics for more insights. What can we improve on and what actually works right now. Number five, content strategies. This includes content types that we'll be posting, for example, reels versus carousels versus stories. Then I cover things like consistency and the audience focus. You can also talk about storytelling techniques, trend utilization, and calls to action. Number six is where we list the platforms that we'll be using and why they are appropriate for this client and their specific goals. Then it's time to delve into the platform specific plans. For example, TikTok. I cover objectives, content pillars, examples of what I think would work well, keywords and hashtags, potential collaborations, KPIs, and specific features on that platform that will help our client reach their goals. Then we've got our posting schedule, which I also link with their content calendar so that they can view that. Personally, I use Notion, so they'll be taken to their dedicated page, which is kitted out with their first month of content ideas. Then the engagement strategy, paid ads if they're opting for that, and then I just round it all off with a nice conclusion. So now you can see why it takes so much time to build a good strategy, as there is so much to look into and research. I would definitely recommend using a template like this to save you time on formatting, and if you do want a copy of mine, you can grab it via my profile rather than building your own. Any questions that you have, please do leave them below.